morning, my dear students. Welcome to the online class. Last class we have discussed chapter 1. I finished in that. I think all of you wrote the notes and up to exercise 1.6 I solved. Now take down next chapter 2, introduction to Euclid's geometry. You have to saw the page number 28. They are given introduction to Euclid's geometry. What is the mean by geometry and here Euclid geometry difference? Okay, now you have to see 2.1 introduction, page number 28. You have to open and read the introduction part. Okay, the word geometry comes from the Greek word. Here it is a geometry is a Greek word. You already know geo and metry. Okay, geo means here earth. Geo means earth and metry means metron or metry. It is a measurement. Okay, here they are given. It is the Greek word. Geometry is a Greek word. Okay, geometry is a Greek word. Geo means the earth and the material means meaning to measure. Metron or metry or metron. It is the measure of the measure. Geometry appears to have originated from the need for measuring land. Here by using the geometry, you have to measure land. This branch of mathematics was studied in various forms in every ancient civilization, be it is Egypt, Babylon, China, India, Greece, etc. In that they are people used the geometry. They are applying this geometry. They are measuring the lands, buildings, rivers depth they are finding. Okay. And next you have to see the page number 30. Here they are given Euclid's definition and axioms and postulates. It's very important, axioms and postulates. You have to see here they are given points. Total 7 points they are given. You should write in your notebook. Points to remember. You should write points to remember. Keep note or points to remember. You should write total 7 points they are given. Euclid's definition, axioms and postulates headline right. And next you have to write the 7 points. In the first point, a point is that which has no part. The point is that which has no point. Point you should writing only like this. If anything, part is not using. Next second one, a line is breadth and length. Breadth length means line we should draw any up to how much one we can draw. Next line, the ends of the line are points. If you are ending means you should keep here points. Yes or no? If you are line drawing, you should keeping dots means it is the ending points. If otherwise means it is a continuous line. Next fourth point, the straight line is a line which lies evenly with the points on itself. If a straight line, if you are drawing means it is a straight line. If you are drawing means it should be continuous. If arrow mark be kept means it should be continuous or either two sides. Okay. Next fifth point, a surface is that which has length and breadth only. If you are taking any diagram means if you are considering rectangle, you should consider length and breadth only. Next, the edges of a surfaces are lines. If you are taking edges, if it is the edges of it is used by and surface are lines. By using the lines, you are drawing the edges. Next point, a plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with the straight lines on itself. If you are drawing plane surface, it is a surface of rectangle, square. By using lines only, we are drawing. Total 7 points is there by Euclid definition. Here you should write these 7 points. And next you have to see page number 32. Here they are given. Okay, before that you have to see page number 31. Here they are given what you mean by postulates and what you mean by axioms. Here you have to see third stanza means starting with his definitions, Euclid assumed certain properties which were not to be proved. These assumptions are actually obvious universal truths. He divided them into two types. Here Euclid divided two types here, axioms and postulates. What do you mean by axiom? What do you mean by postulates? Means he used the term postulates for the assumption that were specific to geometry. What is the postulates? You have to take the definition. Postulate means it is the assumption. Postulates, here in your textbook they are given. He used the term postulates for the assumption that were specific to geometry. Here specific will be That's why we are calling postulates. You should write the definition. And next, common notation. We are using common notations, often called axioms. On the other hand, we are for assumptions used throughout mathematics and not specifically linked to geometry. It is not linked to the geometry. It is called the axioms. Okay, here they are clearly given in your textbook. Definitions you should write. Okay, next. In next line they are given for details about axioms and postulates. What is the exact? Okay, includes axioms not in his order. Here they are given total 7 points. You should write down in your notebook. Okay, in the first one, things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. And next, if equals are added to equal, the wholes are equal. You know already, if you are reading, if equal numbers, if you are taking 2 plus 4 will be 6. If you are reverse, 4 plus 2 also 6. Equals, if you are adding this, you will get equal only. Next, if equals are subtracted from equal, the remainders are equal. If you are subtracted by the equal numbers, you will get equal. Next, 4th point, things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Same you will get. Next, the whole is greater than a part. It is also one of the axiom. Next, things which are double are the same things are equal to one another. Next, things which are halves means half of the same things are equal to one another. These 7 points should make down in your notebook. And page number 32 they are given postulates. Okay, these 7 is axioms and here postulates 5 is there. Page number 32 here postulate 1. Whatever its statement is there you should write. Postulate 1, a straight line may be drawn from any one point to any another point. Here if I am taking straight line, okay, make it here point. If you are drawing means you are any numbers you can draw. Okay, this is the first postulate. Okay. Next, axiom 2 point given two distinct points. There are unequal lines that passes through them in your textbook. They are given clearly. 2 lines drawing. You should take that. Okay. Here headline statement you should write. Axiom 2 point you will write in notebook. Next, postulate 2. A terminated line can be processed infinitely. Here infinite means no end. Okay. Here if I am drawing straight line, means here continuous will be, it is not end, infinite. Many numbers are infinite the line. Okay, next, third postulate. A circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. You know already if I am drawing circle is 5 centimeter, should have 5 is the radius. Okay, if I am drawing 3 means it will be 3 centimeter. It is the circle will get 3 radius, should be 5 radius. You can take any examples. Next, postulate 4, all right angles are equal to one another. You know already right angle should be 90 degree. If you are taking this, you will get 90 degree. If you are drawing reverse, you will get 90 degree. Yes or no? Like that, it is the right angles are equal to one another. Next, fifth postulate, if a straight line falling on two straight lines makes the interior angles on the same side of the taken together less than 2 right angles, then the 2 straight lines, if proceed infinitely, meet that side on which the sum of angles is less than 2 right angles. Here they are given. Here if you are considering right angle triangle, one angle should be 90 degree and remaining these two acute angles, maybe 30, maybe 45, like that. These are acute angles. These 5 postulates you should write down, make it in your notebook. First you should write in that. First I said first point, page number 30, they are given 7 points you should write, points to remember. Next step, you have to write the postulate and axiom definition, and Euclid axiom 7 points you should write. Next, Euclid's 5 postulates. Postulate 1, after axiom 2.1 you should write. Postulate 2 only statement you should write, and total 5 postulates they are given, you write down in your notebook. Next, you have to solve now exercise 2.1. Okay, direct theory they are given, just true or false should write. Okay, in that first one, which of the following statements are true and which are false? Give the reason for your answer. Here they are saying if true is there, you should write the reason, and if you false have also you should write the reason. Here in that first point, only one line can pass through a single point. It's right. Only one line can pass through a single point. If I am writing point, here only one line drawing. See See, they are saying exercise 2.1 in that first one. Here they are saying true or false. If true have you should write the reason. If false have also you should write the reason. Here only one line can pass through a single point. Here I am taking single point. Here only one line passing. See here if I am drawing 1, 2, 3. Money you can take any lines you should draw. That's why it is the first will be false. Why? Because reason write down. Because a single point infinite number of lines can pass. See in this diagram, single point we can draw infinite number of lines. Okay, make this diagram also you should draw. Make it A. In this A point you can draw many number of lines in a single point. If they given 2 points, only one line we can draw. But here only single point they are given. It's our wish we can draw how many lines also. And next second one, that second one. What is their second one? Here they are saying there are infinite number of lines which pass through two distinct points. Here two distinct points they said. Here two distinct points. I am taking two distinct points P and Q. If a line drawing is, how much will line getting here? Only one. If we are using two distinct points, we are getting only one point. But here they are saying there are an infinite number of lines. Here they are saying infinite number of lines. We are getting only one. That's why it is also false. Write down reason. Because two distinct points only one line passes. By using in two distinct points, here only one line we can pass. Next third one. A terminated line can be proceed infinitely on both the sides. Here terminated they said, means here they are saying third one. If I am taking terminated points, means two end points. Okay, make it MNRPQ. Okay, this is the terminated point. If I are extending means it is a straight line. If I are extending means you will get in that 2 points only we are drawing. That's why it is the true. Because a terminated line can be proceed infinite or infinitely on both the sides. Okay, next. Here just write the reason. Any one reason you should write. Infinite number of lines you should write on both sides extending, that also you should write the reason. Okay, next fourth one. If two circles are equal, then their radii are also equal. I said last already in the example. This one, third one, fourth one. If I am considering two circles, it is 5 centimeter or 3 centimeter, like that you choose. If they are saying if two circles considered, means if two circles are equal, then the radii are also equal. If two circles are equal, I am taking 5 centimeter. This should be 5 centimeter. Okay. If two circles are equal, if the radius also equal, they are asking S is also equal. That's why write down true. Why? Because reason write down because if two circles are equal, their center the center and also circumference also equal. That's why here they said radius and also radii will be equal. Next, fifth point. Here they are given figure of AB, PQ and XY. They are given line AB. Fifth one. Here they are given three lines, means here how they are drawn, like that only you should draw. Three also equal lines. What is there here? Equal lines AB, PQ and XY. Here AB, PQ, XY. Here they are saying AB is equal to PQ, PQ is equal to XY and XY is equal to AB. Is there or not? They are saying. If you diagram seeing only, you will get it will be true. Because write down the reason. AB and XY are terminated. Means here endpoints is there. It's not continuous. Terminated means here endpoints AB and PQ. PQ is same as XY. XY is same as AB. You have to see here points. Here endpoint is there. If they are given like the dot, you need it's a false. Why? Because it's not equal. Why? Because it's a continuous. It's not terminated. Okay. Now they are given terminated. That's why it is a true. AB and XY two terminated line segments. Two line segments and both are equal to third line. Okay, here last, therefore AB is equal to, here see AB is equal to PQ and PQ is equal to XY and XY is equal to AB. Here they are saying three line segments are equal or not. Okay, I think in this class you understood introduction part and definition of axiom and postulates and exercise 2.1 first main I solved, and next class I will discuss the second. Okay, in that only definitions they are given. If you know, miss, write and come. Second one, take homework. Okay, thank you.